Hi everyone, this is JD, your gadget review friend. Today another great old and new camera comparison video. This is LG G8 versus iPhone 13 Pro Max. Hi everyone, good morning. This is the battle between LG G8 and iPhone 13 Pro Max. Old versus new. This is an odd pairing today. I'm not sure if you guys are expecting this type of comparison, but for those people who are still using the LG G8 and wanted to know if the phone is still relevant until today, I was thinking of pairing it with the best of the best out there, or maybe the best camera performer, which is the iPhone 13 Pro Max, because they're known to have really good video quality. So, I'm not expecting that LG G8 will win, but really answer the question, if I'm using G8 in 2022, is it still good? It's a sunny day today, so we should be able to check everything: the flaring, the colors, the highlights, the dynamic range, and the image quality department. And on video, we can check the video stabilization and the exposure. So let's do this. So I'm here outdoors and we're near the road, so you will hear the background noise, the cars at the background. And I'll talk a little bit for you to hear the audio quality. So why old and new camera comparison video? This is pretty unique for some of, the videos that you will see online. Because I've been seeing a lot of like Chinese phones or like mid-range phones from well-known companies. They don't offer anything new. It's like they're redundant of the previous model. So for me, reviewing an older flagship, there's so much character on these older phones, these older flagship phones, and it's quite compelling to compare with the newer stuff. That's why this channel revolves on old and new comparison, because I will review what I believe in and what I believe I can recommend. On our first test, the audio both indoors and outdoors, both of them are good. iPhone 13 Pro Max is cleaner, my voice is crystal clear, while LG G8 has better noise cancellation. This is a tie for me. Next is color profile or saturation. This is subjective, but I will explain what I noticed on these two phones. iPhone 13 Pro Max is more saturated than LG G8. LG G8 is natural looking. The 13 Pro Max is also brighter on low light condition, sometimes favoring LG G8 because I thought it produces a more attractive photos. Adding to the color profile is white balance. iPhone 13 Pro Max is warmer than LG G8. LG G8 tends to produce cooler images and videos. This is a personal preference, so it's a tie for me. Next, we're shooting at 4K 30 FPS. I noticed lag or jitters on LG G8, but the stabilization is pretty good. While iPhone 13 Pro Max is the best in the business, no jitters whatsoever and super stable, iPhone 13 Pro Max is the winner here. Still shooting 4K 30 FPS, we're checking the light condition or exposure. You will see that iPhone 13 Pro Max is adapting fast on various lighting conditions. Again, iPhone 13 Pro Max is the winner here. Next is highlights, and if you look outside the window, you will see more information in iPhone 13 Pro Max. On this next photo, on the upper left corner, the window is all blown out on LG G8. iPhone 13 Pro Max is the winner here. Next is flaring. LG G8 ThinQ has this strong linear flare even with just small amount of light. I know some will say clean the camera lens. Yes, the lens of both cameras are pretty clean. iPhone 13 Pro Max is the winner here. Next is dynamic range, and both of them are almost the same. I'd say this is a tie for me. We're using the ultra-wide lens of both phones for you to see how good it is for vlogging, the wider field of view. These camera comparison videos are really hard to produce from the shooting, editing, and commentary. So if you find this helpful, don't forget to subscribe. Next is nature colors, the greens in the sky. You will notice that iPhone 13 Pro Max produces a more saturated sky, and the greens on the trees are popping out. I like the more saturated look, but this is a personal preference, so it's a tie for me. Next is text sharpness, and both of them are tack sharp. I just thought of the newer phones today with fringing issues like Samsung S22 and Pixel 6. Well, LG G8 doesn't have that issue before. This is a tie for me. Next is closer focus, and if you look at the lower part of the images, LG G8 is sharp while iPhone 13 Pro Max is somewhere in the middle. LG G8 is the winner here. This is a selfie video recording test of iPhone 13 Pro Max in 4K and LG G8 in 1080p. Obviously, iPhone 13 Pro Max is better, but in terms of the quality, I think LG G8 is pretty good. The skin tone is pretty nice. I know a lot of us are using the selfie camera to record ourselves or to take some photos. So yeah, I think the LG G8 camera, the selfie camera, is acceptable. Next is finer details, and although both of them are 12 megapixel main shooter, the sensor on iPhone 13 Pro Max is evidently capturing more information or details compared to LG G8. So iPhone 13 Pro Max is the winner here. Next is portrait mode without human subject, and both of them are good. I just noticed creamier background blur on iPhone 13 Pro Max. On the lower left portion, a little bit of circular bokeh, but this is a tie for me. Next, we're shooting the selfie camera. Again, this is only 1080p, 30 FPS on LG G8. A little shaky but still pretty impressive for a 3-year-old phone. While iPhone 13 Pro Max is in 4K 30 FPS, you can actually use this phone for vlogging using the selfie camera. Although the rear is very good, the selfie is pretty good too. In portrait mode tendencies, LG G8 is probably more appealing to some because of the neutral complexion, while iPhone 13 Pro Max is a little yellowish, but some of us like the more saturated look. The main difference is the low light. iPhone 13 Pro Max has better portrait image quality, it is brighter and sharper, so iPhone 13 Pro Max is the winner here. Next is night shot, and the theme is pretty consistent. The image on iPhone 13 Pro Max is brighter and sharper compared to LG G8. Of course, there's a gap of 3 years, but LG G8 is not so bad. Still, iPhone 13 Pro Max is the winner here. This is the selfie video recording in low light condition. Again, only Full HD on LG G8 and 4K for iPhone 13 Pro Max. I think iPhone 13 Pro Max is brighter but noisier, and LG G8 is darker but smoother. And for the rear camera video recording, both in 4K at 30 FPS, iPhone 13 Pro Max is superior compared to LG G8. It is sharper and brighter. And lastly, versatility. Both of them is regular wide and ultra wide lens, but only iPhone 13 Pro Max has a dedicated zoom or telephoto lens. iPhone 13 Pro Max is the winner here. So what is Gadget Rev Now's verdict? LG G8 or iPhone 13 Pro Max? These are two great phones with a gap of 2 to 3 years, and we're not expecting the older one to dominate. Let's do a recap. LG G8 ThinQ has a cooler white balance, natural looking, and has a closer focus. While iPhone 13 Pro Max has better audio, warmer white balance, more saturated, more stable 4K video recording, manages the highlights better, manages the flaring better, more detailed, better portrait mode, better night shot, 4K selfie recording, better low light video recording, and more versatile because of the telephoto lens. LG G8 is still really good, a capable camera phone in 2022. Based from this comparison, we know that iPhone 13 Pro Max will dominate, but if you're not super picky with the best camera performance and you would like to save a little bit more, sticking to LG G8 is a good move. And there you go. Hope you enjoyed this video. I will continue to compare these two phones in our channel, so stay tuned. And as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.